Hello and welcome to the Gorilla Hotline. My name's Ghaly,
I'm Dani,
and here we are again.
back for more.
But hey, Danny's got some fantastic news this week.
Oh my god, are you gonna put me on a pedestal
Yeah,
for it? What the
yeah.
fuck? So
What happened? Hey, what happened this week, Danny?
like you don't know.
Go on.
Okay, right. For you viewers at home, basically what happened was over the course of the last 4 months, I've sold my soul to the devil to live at the gym. So I spent no bullshit like for the months of June, July, and August, going religiously twice a day for those 3 months, and then I toned it down recently because I had shit to do. Now that I'm moving away and the guys at the gym know it, the dude who runs it came up to me and said, I don't know if you knew about this, but we got a member of the month thing, and every month we give a member that title and they get a free membership for a month, and this month we're giving it to you. And they were like, because you're so consistent, you're so dedicated, you're always nice,
so strong, so handsome.
yeah. No, but they were like, you made great progress as well, because they
Yeah.
took a picture of me when I signed up to the gym and shit, and they can really see the progress I made. And yeah, they were really happy with me, and they're giving me my last month for free, basically. So,
That's huge.
yeah, I mean,
Dude,
I listen. I still sustained. They wouldn't have given it to me if I wasn't leaving. I sustain. Jess is like, no, they would have, because you work so hard. And I was like,
you do bang it out though. I actually think they would have, if not this month,
sometime
you would have
before
eventually,
Christmas.
you would have eventually got member of the month.
Yeah, I mean,
That's sick.
it is crazy to me because I've never been proficient at anything physical ever in my life.
Yeah, here you are. Dude, me and you used to intentionally not bring in our school PE uniforms so we could sit on the side and just talk shit.
Oh, I forgot it again. Oh,
no uniform again.
Oh, you don't understand, sir. My mum, she mixed it in with the whites, and now it's all pink and shit. I can't wear it.
I remember one PE teacher was like, "You're gonna have to play football in your white shirt." Then and I was like, "No, I'm not." Like this, it's not a requirement. Football isn't a. It's not like. It's not going to be on like the final papers of anything. Football, it's useless.
The thing is that to this day, I'm no. Beyond maybe like some
sweaty in my later classes. Sorry, yeah, go on.
No, that's true though.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, you'd have to bring. I would the few times I did participate in PE, I'd bring deodorant without fail. The one thing you don't want to be in secondary school is smelly. People will tear you to shreds. True. I taught that lesson to Gabri. Now Gabri is never without. They'll never catch Gabri slipping. He's always got deodorant on him.
I remember when I used to forget deodorant, like from time to time, the desperation in my voice as I was like, please let me use a couple sprays of your deodorant to someone else. Yeah, and you're like, no, I'm gonna smell so bad.
Deodorant, chewing gum, anything to prevent you from smelling in any way, shape, or form, man.
I dropped it in the last podcast, but I'll say it here now. We have a new way of submitting stuff to us, like stories and whatnot, without using your email.
Yeah.
Right?
It's an anonymous button.
It's completely anonymous. It's on the Gorilla Hotline website. It's anonymous. It's through the website. I mentioned it last week. It's in full swing. It works. If you want to be a pioneer, if you want to test it, I mean, we know it works, but if you want to be one of the first people to submit something that way, go to the gorillahotline.com/submissions page and give us a story. Tell us you think we suck. Tell us you think we're, good or whatever. That's one way to kind of get involved and get in on the podcast. We're gonna make a Discord as well. We're actually gonna make a Discord.
Christ alive, yeah. I've been thinking. It's just one of those like backlog thoughts that I've been having. Yeah, we should really make a Discord. Actually,
we will. We'll make a Discord, and there are going to be like play dates and like
play dates.
Yeah, play dates with the listeners. If you want to still submit via email, that's an option too.
Still can, yeah.
Still can. So it's hello@gorillahotline.com
or gorillahotline.com/submissions. Get involved.
Yeah, 100%. Get involved.
What's going on?
What noise? Did you sneeze?
No, that was I sniggered.
Oh.
Type thing.
Was that you?
Yeah, I apologize.
I looked away from you and
there's some demonic presence
in snarl in my right ear, dude.
Sorry, I was keeping away the split personalities. Excuse me.
Nuts.
I had to like push him down.
That would perk me up.
I put you on alert. I astound myself with kind of noises I can make
Am I the arsehole for telling my colleague that she basically called her newborn daughter Luigi?
This is like Frankie Volume 2.
This is. I'm an Italian woman who works for an Italian company that has a close working relationship with a few American companies.
That's one of my people.
More specifically, I am the Italian liaison of a kind of big department in one of these companies. So basically, everything that my American colleagues decide comes through me, and I relate it to my Italian colleagues. Okay.
So you're a translator, basically.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, she's liaises between the departments. In my years, I've worked there. I've made good friends with some of these American colleagues, and this past summer, one of them, S, this is a female in her early 30s, invited me to her house in the US. I had been in the US many times before that.
Oh wait, does she work in Italy? I'm confused.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She works in Italy. So I'd been in the US many times before that, but always for work, never for leisure. So I was really happy. It's the 4th of July, and S has organised a nice party.
Man.
I meet other people who work for the same company, but whom I didn't know. Amongst them, M, who's a female in her mid to late 20s, with her newborn baby girl, Gigi.
Gigi.
Yeah. I'm not big on children, so I mostly ignore the baby, but I talk to M for a while with other people too. Holds the baby. What?
Oh, it's not like it's trying to...
In her arms, she's like...
Get gone, man.
Actively putting a hand between them.
No, come on. I don't want to hold it, please.
Do you want to hold my baby?
No. I came here to have a good time. It's the 4th of July. Come on, man.
Bro. Why's the baby here? Why is baby here? Fucking...
It's Independence Day. Come on.
Couldn't be. Anyway.
The furthest thing from...
Right. So got an angry Italian woman.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know if she's angry yet.
I've grown up in a house full of them, so I'm kind of an expert on this.
Would you sense anger so far?
I sense
annoyance.
Typically annoyance it turns swiftly into anger in Italian households. So
I would go disgruntled, annoyed,
furious. There's no in between. There's no in between.
That's it. Okay.
Think of my mum, how quickly she just elevates, man.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people say scale. For her, it's just an on and off switch.
No, happy birthday, mum, by the way. Today's my mum's birthday.
Hey, happy birthday. Oh, this is so good. This is so on topic. Okay, all right, let me continue. There's a fair amount to go through. At some point in the evening, M tells me that her husband is Italian too, and they wanted to choose an Italian name for their baby to honour his ancestry, and they went with Gigi. I think Gigi's a nice name.
Gigi's a dude's name.
Rip. Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Gigi Buffon.
Ah.
Gigi, yeah, short for Luigi, yeah. It's not short for Luigi, it's like a nickname for Luigi.
I knew this name was used for girls in the US, but I didn't know someone thought it was an Italian name. So I tell her that while Gigi exists in Italy as a name, it's not a girl's name. And in Italy, there's a law that says you can't name a child with a name that is traditionally used for the opposite gender, and neutral names do not exist. I didn't know that.
Oh, no, because in Italian... often, there's, me, for example, there's Daniele, right? But there's the counterpart, Daniela.
Yeah.
So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Even for, like, for example, Elisa,
yeah,
there's a male counterpart, Eliseo. Yeah. For most cases.
Fascinating.
But even Luigi's got a female counterpart.
What is it?
Luigia. It's gross. It's gross.
So clapped.
I don't like it either. It's like you're likely to find an 80-year-old woman with that name. It's
that's
like
that name.
Super old fashioned.
What other name, just in general, do you think has died out recently?
In Italy?
In general. In the Western world.
Well, in English, so many old fashioned names, you don't get them anymore.
Like Reginald is starting to die out. Ronald as well, I think, is still there. It's still there.
Me and Jess found out that there hasn't been a child called Gary since the 50s, apparently. I could be misquoting that, but Gaza is not about.
It's kind of a mid name, to be fair.
I don't want to divide the audience, but
audience member made up of the remaining Garys.
I mean, chances are that. What are the odds?
That'd be crazy. Hey, if you're a Gary, write in.
Write in. Tell us we slandered you, and we won't apologize.
So, she's like, "What do you mean?" And I tell her that Gigi in Italy is a nickname for Luigi, and that if she comes to Italy and introduces her child as Gigi, Italians will think she has a little boy named Luigi. At this point, poor M starts wailing and sobbing that I'm being mean and I'm making fun of her. I'm jealous of her, apparently, that question marks, saying that her daughter is not named after a stupid video game character. I tell her that Luigi, and Mario too for that matter, are completely normal Italian names
Yeah.
that have existed for centuries or even thousands of years before the creation of video games.
It's not our fault.
This does not calm her down at all.
I mean, I find it, I don't want to get like weird, but I find that like often people just take like Italian shit like for granted that it's okay to joke about it. Like people make fun of dudes called Mario and Luigi all the time, and I feel for them, man.
So M is having a nervous breakdown and someone calls her husband, who was at work, to come pick her up.
Hey, oh, hey!
They leave shortly after, and I realise I've inadvertently ruined the party for everyone. Am I the asshole for telling this girl her baby's name is not what she thinks it is?
I think she is, man.
You think she's an asshole?
The kid lives in America, right?
Yes.
The name Gigi in America is used for girls.
Yes.
So what's the problem?
Isn't it short for something, Gigi?
I don't know.
Yeah.
In Italy, sure, it can be short for it's short for Luigi, but
Oh, it's Gigi Hadid.
Who's that?
That's a model or something.
Right.
In the Western world, yeah, Gigi's fine.
I think the dad is at fault here because he knew full well what he was doing. I mean, no, because if he is of Italian descent,
Yeah.
and he grew up in the US,
So he's not entirely familiar.
he may well.
But then surely at that point you do your research, though.
I mean, with something as big as naming
And
your kid, you would.
naming your child.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like a nickname for something. It's like you full on. This is their brand in a sense.
Me and Jess have already agreed on names for our kids in the future.
Yeah.
But we also took into consideration the abbreviations, so that's something you would have to do.
100%.
But
100%.
the confusion comes when they said they wanted to give a child an Italian name, and there is no shortage of pretty Italian names for girls in Italy. Only in Italy, you have to import them.
Yeah, I still think the name Apollo slaps. But it's because it sounds like a chicken.
Only in Italian, and
yeah, I think the name Apollo is sick.
Yeah, but dude, it doesn't work.
Apollo Ghaly.
It does. It work. It sounds nice, but it don't work. If you ever goes to Italy for like, I need to meet my ancestors, then our family will.
Oh, chicken.
No, you're chicken boy, chicken boy.
Yeah.
I
have to ditch that name.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm sure you can think of other cool names, you know.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is that
Castro.
Why Castro? Oh yeah, no, then Castoro, a beaver.
Never mind then.
Yeah. What is it with you and like? It's purely coincidental as well. There's no way you're fucking.
I'm not doing that intentionally.
I know. No. That's what astounds me. Like how we've gone 2 for 2, and both of them are animals.
I don't know. I don't want to. But the thing is, I don't want to be one of them parents who like names their kid something outlandish.
Would you give your kid an Arabic name?
Oh.
There are some nice Arabic names, man.
There are some pretty girls' names in Arabic, but I think guys' names, nah, I'm not that bothered.
Nah.
No, I don't want like. Let's Google it. Let's Google it. It's always the funnest.
This is the maternity podcast, by the way.
Okay, let's go.
Last week we went through
Arabic.
pregnancy nutrition. This time we're going through how to name your child.
Okay, we'll go Arabic male names and then we'll go Arabic female names. Ayan, Anas, Amir, Asif, Asim. I'm only on A. Let's just skip to like another round. Let's go Z. Zain, Zabar. For me personally, because the thing is I don't even speak Arabic. For me, I feel like they're too Arabic. If that makes sense.
They're more Arabic than your
understanding of.
Yeah.
Not in like an offensive way. Hopefully that doesn't come across as offensive.
No, it's a preference. Hey, look, it's your kid.
No,
we're not shitting on anyone with Arabic names. We're just saying it's a preference. You know?
But then this is what I mean though. Like with female names, like Aisha's like a quite nice name. I think.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I
mean, for example, I've got
Shakira is apparently a.
Hey yo.
Arabic name. Salma. If you don't know the person that well, if this was like a lifelong friend, then you like throw some knowledge like that.
Hang on a minute.
But then you're like, well, actually,
we need to assert a few things here before, because she might. This doesn't sound to me like it came. It doesn't sound to me like it was a malicious thing, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but she doesn't know her that well. She only just met her at this party.
thing is that
You just leave it. You leave it be.
you would be met with a certain degree of disbelief.
By an Italian.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because but I mean, look, it's a culture thing, no? If it's
yeah.
so divergent from the norm, you'd be like, hang on a minute. You wouldn't even be like, you'd genuinely be confused. You'd be like, but they wanted to give it an Italian name to honor its heritage. The dad must have taken part in the naming process, and he gave, knowing that this was the implication, and well, not the implication, but this was the outcome. I'm a bit confused.
Okay.
She could have kept it to her. She could have been like, okay.
Okay.
And thought, you know, she could have kept it to herself, been like, oh, lovely name, and then thought to herself, that's weird, bruv.
There's an edit.
Okay, let's get to the edit.
There's 3 edits, actually.
My God.
Okay, edit 1. Sorry, everyone. I was at work. Yes, M's husband is not really Italian. Just some ancestry. As far as I know, he doesn't speak any Italian, nor has he been to the country. But M told me they wanted to visit with the baby in the near future. That's why I told her that if she introduces her newborn to Italians as Gigi, they will initially think it's a boy. He doesn't even have an Italian-sounding name. He's named something waspy, like John Smith Jr.
Waspy, she says. Yeah, I thought so. That was the main inconsistency I couldn't wrap my head around.
Yeah, so he's just begging it then, basically. That's a bit cringy, though, because it's like, why... Like, don't get me wrong, be proud of your heritage, but at least, like, do a bit of research at least. Edit 2.
But that answers one question.
Yeah, because I could tell that was on your
mind.
Really...
I could not wrap my head around that. But yeah, go on.
So the general consensus seems to be that I should have read the room, and I agree. I don't generally hang out with mums and children, so I was a little out of my depth, and I just thought that it would have been funny trivia. Also, M had been telling the group earlier that she was upset her maternity leave had ended so soon and hated not being with little Gigi all the time. I should have connected the dots. And then edit 3, this one's really short. Please stop bashing on M. Yes, her reaction was over the top, but she's a nice person, a young mum protective of her child. I didn't mean for this to become an attack on her character.
Here's the thing. No harm, no foul here. Essentially, the dad is only just like, yeah, I'm Italian by like the loosest definition. So it doesn't really matter if a kid's name is Gigi. Because even if it doesn't sound to me that they got like much family in Italy anyway.
Yeah.
And if a dude doesn't speak Italian, then like, who cares? Like, you know, it's a matter of, you're not going to be introducing your kids to like, I'm going to go to like meet the Italian Prime Minister and be like, please bless my child Gigi. That I can't bless it. It's a girl and you've called it a boy. By the way, you're going to prison because of that. It's illegal here.
Snipers on the roof. Hands behind your back.
The Carabinieri are on their way right now. No. But OP really didn't mean to be a dick, and she should have tread more lightly.
I'll be honest. The mother in this situation, that was massively disrespectful to just be like some video game character. It's like
no. That's what.
What's your tone, bruv? Those are some old names.
That's what the mother of little Gigi said.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that was rude.
Well, the thing is that, as I said before, because of like popular culture, there are some things that, we get poked fun of, us Italians, and we're fairly good sports about it most of the time. But I can't lie to you, it does get annoying sometimes when people are over the top with it. And yeah, I feel bad for dudes called Mario and Luigi and shit, because they're perfectly fine dudes' names, Now, if you had the 2 brothers called Mario and Luigi,
that's jokes.
The parents are playing games, both literally and proverbially here.
It really isn't that deep, I suppose. Like, I guess this whole thing can be resolved by just, hey, I didn't mean to upset you the way I did. I imagine if the writer, if OP the situation goes that I didn't mean to offend you, just a bit of funny trivia, whatever, like how I saw it.
I think she's wording it poorly here, because I wouldn't go out my way of being like, you named your kid something stupid for the purpose of funny trivia. I wanted to play that. I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt that she seems proper Italian, right? And like, us Italians are much about traditions. I don't speak for every Italian, by the way. I'm more English than I am Italian at this point. But, they seem to be very like, adherent to tradition. So obviously when they're met with something so far out, yeah, there would be confusion, but you wouldn't like just be like, It's a boy's name, you know.
Yeah.
And then not expect people to like freak out when they found out they just gave their kids a stupid name, or well, not stupid, but you know, given the intention of a name matters, I imagine.
No, I would have. I don't know. Personally, I would have immediately gone to my Gigi Hadid example and been like, there's literally, it's like there's a famous person, female, with the name.
But if a kid lives in America, it's no harm, no foul, as I said.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, it only becomes a problem if she goes to school in Italy, which I doubt she'll be doing anyway.
Exactly. And also, I think the problem therein is the mum was like, but, you know, my husband's got Italian ancestry. It's like, your husband has like the fucking whitest name ever.
Oh, waspy, as OP put it.
A waspy, as OP put it. Doesn't speak Italian. Sounds like he's never been before, so odds are he doesn't have any family there.
Watch how he's like Spanish or something.
Yeah, so I don't get, like, you don't have to justify it by saying like, oh, we're doing it because of my husband's somewhat there, somewhat not ancestry of a country that he's never been to, doesn't speak the language of, doesn't have any family there. Like, just, if you like the name, you like the name.
We agree.
It's a weird like justification, I think.
It's only weird if a kid goes to Italy, which beyond holiday doesn't sound like they're going to be doing anyway. And even if she does, you know, she's growing up American. Who cares?
Yeah.
If, you know, Gigi's a perfectly acceptable name in America where she'll be living. So what's the problem?
Exactly. What she's got that accent, right? So she goes over to Italy for a holiday. Am I wrong?
Go on.
She goes over to Italy for a holiday. Well, she's at a restaurant paying, pulls out her card, or like one of her American friends is like, "Oh, Gigi," or whatever, right? You think the waiter or something, or the owner of a restaurant is gonna go like slam his hand down on the table,
get out,
and be like, "You've got a boy's name." Like, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
No one's gonna care. You live in the US. Who gives a fuck?
The thing is that
I think the problem is you tried to claim that there was some deeper meaning to it when there wasn't. You just like the name. That's fine.
No, the problem is that they set out with one intention, didn't do their research, and ended up with a botched product. I feel that's what the outcome was.
You like my impression of the American accent?
Love it. We're keeping it in.
Didn't mean any offense, by the way. Just
I'm a little closer to my Italian ancestry because I'm only a first generation immigrant, so it makes sense for me to want to, you know, hold on to a bit of it by naming my kids with Italian names. But you know, if you're like 3 generations deep, none of you speak Italian at home, none of you've been to Italy, then I'm sorry, you're begging it a little bit.
Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make.
I mean, you're practically like an eighth Italian, you know, so it is what it is.
That's the tree I'm barking up. It just seems a bit try-hardy and unnecessary. And you, as an authentic Italian woman, right, tried to imbue some genuine knowledge, and they were upset because they weren't expecting it. And I don't know, man. They just approached it ignorantly. And again, I think you're completely in the right. I think you're completely calm, because I think if she was like, well, actually, that's just the name that I like, right? If she just
then that would have been the end of it.
Yeah, if she got off her high horse for a second, was like, I just really like the name, right?
She went home back to Italy. All these Americans,
but instead she just took it to such a weird place of like clowning on your people's names as well. That's so weird.
I feel like
that's weird from the mother. That is weird from.
I feel like when you take a half measure over something so permanent like your kid's name, you made this mistake. Dude, like, there is a fucking list available at a second's notice if you Google it. Ghaly got a hold of fucking Arabic names in a matter of seconds. What was stopping you from Googling Italian names?
Look, I didn't even mention this, right? When I was reading those Arabic names, you know what they came with? Definitions of what they mean.
Oh, yeah.
Well. But yeah, it's not that deep. Ultimately, what we're saying is nothing matters. The world's dying. The sun's going to explode and kill us all.
This is the nihilism podcast.
You know, in a few billion years, we're running out of clean water.
Flint,
Michigan still doesn't have clean water.
What are you doing?
Dude, Sleepy Joe. I don't know.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm tanking it.
Hey, listen, bring it back. Yeah, I don't want to fucking get existential crises on fucking air.
What else? Where's Kamala Harris? Where is she? Okay, let's read the comments.
Fucking hell, son.
No,
keep it in. Keep it in.
Why are you doing this?
No, you're going off the deep end.
I feel no, because it's just, what's the point of this post? Who cares? It's a baby's
What's
name.
the point of this subreddit, dude? Just read the comments.
It's a baby's name. It doesn't matter, dude. Nothing matters.
And for the record, Gigi is a cute name. I like.
Yeah, Gigi's a lovely name. You're a bitch.
Hey, yo, I think the Red Bull hit you different.
Hey,
Hey,
leave that baby alone.
Ghaly, get down from the table.
Leave that baby.
Put the baby down.
Leave that baby alone. Leave Gigi alone. Your clap name. You didn't even mention your name.
It's probably Luigi.
Probably fucking.
She omitted it on purpose.
Not the arsehole. You gave her the information about names in Italy. Her reaction was very unexpected. How much?
Unexpected and, quite frankly, a bit over the top. I think there are very few things in life that would make me explode like that.
Well, she just had a kid, to be fair, so she's probably quite, the emotions are running high. It's like seeing your, seeing this little package you've been cooking up for 9 months.
There's some parents become really overzealous when they have their first kids. I've noticed.
Yeah,
like really overzealous.
Sometimes normal names in one country mean something quite different in other countries, or they are used for the opposite sex. It's not a big deal, and it also is not something you have to hide in order to prevent hurt feelings, because getting hurt by it is an abnormal response. Shall we go on?
Yeah.
Not the arsehole. I probably would have just smiled and let her go on in ignorant bliss. See? Same.
Yeah.
Since you don't know her, but that doesn't make you the arsehole. If you just politely offered back history on the name, I don't think anyone would have expected that response. I have a few new mum friends that feel strongly about the meaning of the names they chose for their kids, and I can see them being disappointed because Luigi is really only associated with video games in the US, to my knowledge. But also, no one in the US would associate Gigi with Luigi.
Yeah, I was literally thinking that before.
And a reaction to that degree is overly dramatic. It is. It's not that deep. I know, like, literally everyone, I'm flicking through the comments, literally everyone is saying the same thing, which is, I didn't even know there was a connection.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, and to be honest, I didn't either.
I mean, it would have been very easy to just keep it to yourself. It's of no consequence to you whether that kid gets looked funny in Italy or not.
Yeah, people are just saying you need to learn to read the room. Someone said you are the arsehole. What's the point? The baby is named. Was she named in ignorance? Oh, absolutely. But they're not going to rename her. I mean,
yeah, that's a bit redundant. Though.
What you told her amounted to. You fucked up naming your child.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't make anyone happy, and really, neither you nor she had anything to gain from you educating her. Exactly. The proper response is to say, how cute, and then gossip about her with your friends back home. Yeah, I met this woman, fucking idiot, dude.
Non ci credo.
That more or less sums it all up. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
you know how to read the room, dude. It's different cultures and everything. Like, you're stepping. It's not like they came to Italy. Like, you were invited to the US. This is your first time there. In the US of A, land of the free. So maybe it's just a culture shock, innit? Maybe something you thought was sincere was... I can speak from experience that, Italian people will be careless about... I exhibit this trait. We're careless with what we say very often. We do not give regard to the consequences of our words very often. So we just speak our minds, and then whatever happens, we're like, oh shit, what have I done? It happens often, Yeah, it's just, I guess, something to kind of stay aware of. Like, you're going to have a culture shock, especially working with Americans as well, I guess. Do you know, I've got a great anecdote, right? Which is relevant to this. Yeah, go on. When, so my uncle, as you know, he used to own a restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. And he used to make, food of typically from our region of Italy, Sardinia. And, obviously he'd come, in Italy, we're very picky about our food, as people are aware of, I'm sure. And there's just some taboos we don't do, there's just some things you don't do. Like cheese on fish. Cheese on fish with, so fish-based pasta sauce, do not put fish on it, please. I will cringe every time. Fish-based pasta sauce? Yeah,
Like a puttanesca, you know, puttanesca's got fucking anchovies. You wouldn't put cheese on a puttanesca, would you? That's the argument. But yeah, the point I'm making is that...
But what if it tastes good?
Just don't do it in front of me, then.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. But yeah, it's exactly what I'm saying. My uncle and, you know, my cousin would watch the floor. You know, they'd bear witness to this shit every day, dude. And they would like internally cringe, but there wasn't much they could do because if they just piped up, you can
lose a customer as well.
Yeah, but I think they politely hinted that you should eat something in a certain way, but you know, my uncle was the type to tell the customers to eat the rabbit with their bare hands, so it is what it is. But it's true, you know, it was more of like a, you know, you're at home here type thing. It's a hospitality thing, but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like there are ways to go about people misrepresenting your culture. I mean, what with anime culture the way it is in the West, what would the Japanese have to say, dude? You know what I mean? Like there's some degeneracy going on, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. It's all money coming into our pockets anyway.
Ultimately, yeah. And like the culture is growing as well.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's gonna change, and like people are gonna have it in their own way.
Saying nothing is probably for the best. You know?
True. It just doesn't matter.
Let's move on. Ooh, yeah, you got that thing.
So last week we did a segment on day in the life of a stay-at-home girlfriend, and it was crazy. The feedback was insane. There was no feedback. Well, no one gave us anything.
Jess got a few chuckles out of it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we've got feedback. So relatively speaking, the feedback was insane.
Yeah,
it was insane.
Yeah, shouts to you, Jess.
And I found out something. The day in the life of a stay-at-home girlfriend is a trend.
No.
Right?
It's an epidemic.
So there's loads.
I can't, dude.
Do you want to do another one?
No.
You don't want to do day in the life of a stay-at-home girlfriend again?
I don't think I've got it in me.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Day in the life of a 26-year-old stay-at-home girlfriend. So she's around our age. This is episode 3.
Christ alive.
Of Day in the Life of a Stay-at-Home Girlfriend.
26-year-old stay-at-home girlfriend. So I got up and did some washing up and did my skincare. I just getting ready to run some errands, so I don't need much makeup. I just packed a water bottle and my lip gloss. I went to Costa for breakfast.
What?
Some porridge and a coffee. And then I went to the grocery store and I had to go and post something for my mum at the post office. Went home, got changed, went to town. I was meeting my sister for some lunch, so I just looked around the shops and we had a really nice Wagamama's. That was good. Then I went back home and folded all of this laundry. It might not look like much, but this is actually about 4 loads of laundry, so to wash.
It's about 4 loads of laundry.
Listen, can we just talk about how gross that Wagamama's looked?
It did look quite filthy.
It looked grey. The lighting was poor, man. Like
so far, in the last episode, the last girl's defense, at least she was like actually doing shit at home.
This one's out and about.
This one's just.
She's not even at home.
She said stay at home. You've been everywhere.
Listen, you broke the rules. Yeah. You don't qualify no more.
You went out. You should have stayed at home.
No, but it's like yeah, we're playing football, but with our hands.
But bouncing the football.
Yeah, so we're playing volleyball, really.
But then there would be no skill in throwing a ball into, a goal. So we've created a hoop instead.
So we're playing basketball. I feel like this is false advertisement. That's what gets me. Anyway, right. Let's see.
Let's finish it.
Try and fold them all. Actually, it does take a while. So then I FaceTimed my parents in New Zealand. It was my stepdad's birthday, so I'd sent him a hamper. I started making mine and Harry's dinner. We're doing Hello Fresh, and today was a meat pie.
She even does.
My little pie in the oven and served up our dinner. It was really good. It's fun.
Oh no, hang on.
No, it's alright.
I thought she did like a shepherd's pie and put mash next to it. I was about to say, are you crazy?
Okay, and so now this, what I think this could actually be a segment. I think we could actually every week rate stay-at-home girlfriends. We could rate stay-at-home girlfriends' days.
Oh man, why?
Right. Okay, we have to think of some I think we have to think of some categories though as to how to rate them. So nothing stupid and like superficial and weird, right?
Like everything they just did.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking more the practicality. of how they're going around life, right? So, just to note, okay, the last one, she actually made breakfast for herself, whereas this one went to Costa. Right. So in terms of like,
yeah, but in
economics,
retrospect, she cooked dinner for her. This one here cooked dinner for her and her boy, when the other one went out for dinner with her boy.
for sushi.
So it evens out.
No, but she cooked HelloFresh. Yeah, but that almost doesn't count. It's practically a microwave meal.
It's a glorified microwave.
Yeah, you just put it in the oven.
We really shouldn't slag on HelloFresh.
So that's true, dude. Oh yeah.
Cut that.
Hey, on the off chance, if HelloFresh, if you want to sponsor us,
hey,
your meals are fantastic.
Yeah.
I love your meals.
Yeah.
I love your meals. Hey, you know what? When I was watching that, my mouth started watering the moment
we're
I
not
saw
sponsored.
that. The moment I saw that fucking bit of cardboard come out of her oven, right? She diced it up, right? I thought, rah, that's the end. You know what? I work my ass off for me and my girlfriend, right? I put my jacket over my shoulder at the end of the day. I go, bye-bye, boss. I come home, and there's my girlfriend with that sorry excuse for dinner. And I've gone, what have you made today? And she goes, oh, HelloFresh again.
Okay.
It's HelloFresh again.
I'm going out.
No, come back.
No,
look.
fuck it. I'm going to.
No, look, it's potatoes in it.
No,
there's potatoes in it.
No.
Look, it's the shepherd's pie, babes.
No, it's apart from the fact
Look,
that's pastry.
I folded your clothes. I mean, there's 4 loads in there. How did she do 4 loads? How fast is her washing machine? That's like 2 hours a load. She must have just been standing there. No, but she was out though.
I don't want to get into like the semantics of how to do.
Has she got multiple washing machines?
That would be the only logical explanation.
For 2 people.
She's got a rig.
She's got a rig.
She's got like, you know how people have like 2 screens for a PC. She's got 2 washing machines for 4 loads.
Maximum spin cycle.
The house is fucking shaking. All the pictures are coming off the fucking shelves.
Next door is like, she must have 4 loads on again.
Bless her. She's a stay-at-home girlfriend. I'm sure she's struggling.
The thing is, she spends a lot of money. You notice that?
Yeah.
She spends a lot of money.
I mean, in that particular day that we saw, she did.
No, but the whole idea of this trend is, it's like your average day. That's what they're trying to sell as. But obviously it isn't. Obviously they have off days where they probably do nothing. But
I don't know, man. Like, listen, okay, I'll tell you this for nothing, right? Just talking about this is making me want to die. Like, I hate how mundane her day is. Like,
that's what I love about this segment. Though.
It's like, yeah, but that's all I've got to say about her. I don't want to dissect all the dumb little shit she does. You know, it's like because it's boring. It's so boring. It's so boring. Oh my god!
Do you actually think it makes for a good segment though?
No, because we're going to be saying the same things over and over again.
You're right.
Okay, look, this time it'll be alright, but I don't want it. Please don't put me through this again. I beg of you. I feel like I'm in purgatory right now.
So anyway, same segment next week.
Oh no. Danny couldn't make it this week. He had a run-in with a hairdryer in the bath.
So I'll have another guest on next week, and
we're gonna bring in Danny's little brother.
We're gonna
closest thing we could find.
Yeah, we're gonna scratch any other segments. We're just gonna review stay-at-home girlfriend TikToks. I'll be honest, it is a painfully. There's something I kind of enjoy about it being so painfully boring. You know what I mean? I think from a listener's perspective, it could actually be quite fun to listen to in a weird way. Does that make sense?
No.
I think no. There's just nothing.
Nothing to gain, dude. It's just like, okay, listen, right? If you said to me a day in the life of someone with a fucking interesting job, I'd watch that. Like a day in the life of a firefighter, a day in the life of a police officer, a day in the life of a Michelin star chef, I'd watch that. This bitch is doing nothing and gloating about it. So then I met my sister and we had bland Chinese food, and then I went to Costa, and then I bought my husband some food, and then I didn't cook it.
Is it like mom was Japanese?
I don't know. It's like Asian fusion, no?
Yeah, probably right, like pan fusion or something.
Yeah, like, because I'm sure they got like some Thai dishes in there somewhere.
But yeah.
But it is Japanese. Yeah, I'm just misinformed.
So anyway,
I just saw noodles, and I'm on the mood. I'm in the mood for Chinese food myself.
yeah,
That's
a
why.
good bowl of ramen would take me far. Okay, yes or no? Do you want to keep this segment going?
No, God no! I resent you for fucking making me do it again. Please.
We'll let the listeners decide.
Okay, listeners, please put me out my misery.
Yeah, listeners, if you like hearing Dani be tortured watching these stay-at-home girlfriends,
I would rather put
please let us know, and I'll keep it going.
I would rather put a car battery to my nipples.
Nah, we'll probably keep. There are lots. I've seen a few more. I was reviewing a few myself quietly.
Is that what you do in your spare
Well, I mean,
time,
it was research. It was research for the podcast.
Oh yes, of course.
It was research for the podcast.
Oh yes.
I had to because basically when I was sourcing the audio for the last week's one, and I realized that this was a trend, and there are actually. It wasn't just that one girl who's a stay-at-home girlfriend. There's loads. There's loads, dude.
Lo and behold, there's lots of people who don't know what the fuck to do with themselves.
But they make TikToks about it.
That's the horrible thing about our day and age. We have a fucking window into the mundane as well as the interesting. And more often... How many views does that TikTok have, by the way?
Oh, I closed it. Hold on. I completely closed it. Hold on. I could probably find it. Let's see. Damn, I think I lost it.
Good.
Oh no, I found it. It has
how many likes?
20. Wait, how many likes do you think it has? Sorry.
Oh, you said 20.
No, that might have been the beginning of number. 20 million.
If that's got 20 million likes, I'm jumping out the window.
Okay. How many likes do you think it has though? It could have been a fake number. Could have accidentally been reading the comments.
Fuck off. It'll be like 25,000 or something. I don't know.
24,800 likes.
Close.
24,800 likes and.
Okay, I'm gonna. Guys, there's a beautiful world out there. You don't have to subject yourself to watching this shit. Please go outside and smell the grass. I beg of you.
Someone commented and said, "You're like my friend. She does nothing too." Someone said, "I don't know if you can call shopping and lunch errands."
It's leisure.
Yeah, a lot of people are just ripping it up and not having a job. But this is kind of like I like that we're getting so annoyed about it though.
But the thing is that like, okay, there's nothing. I don't see anything wrong with this lifestyle. The problem I have is that people are like, publicizing it.
Alright, so how would you rate her day then? So she got Costa breakfast.
She didn't go gym either, by the way.
Yeah, what's going on with this? I don't understand. If you've got all this, we brought this up last week as well. If you've got all this spare time, how are you not gymming? That would be like my man would, if I was swimming, my man would come home, dude, there would be like shoulder marks in every doorway. I would be a monster.
Yeah. I'd
be bench pressing him when he gets home.
Hey, sweetheart, it's bulking season. You know what's going on. Oh, fuck.
Time for your Hello Fresh. No.
We go for like a month's worth of Hello Fresh in a week. I can't eat anymore. We're bulking. Eat up. You need the carbs.
Eat your mash. Eat your mash. Yeah.
We can't be making this a segment because I'm going to say the exact same thing I said last week.
No, but that's how I keep subverting you from saying the same thing by asking
you
challenge. What you think about the day. So
right, okay, let me get okay.
Because and look, we're here now, so don't be like I don't want to break down her boring day. This is what we're doing.
Fine.
And here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part of this whole situation. I actually think we could make this entertaining.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
So she went to Costa.
Right.
She didn't make breakfast. She has all. By the way, we're basically, in a sense, this is kind of like a psychological thing because we're kind of exploring what happens when you have all this free time and money. Like, so I think it's safe to say, so many people. If you suddenly someone came up to you in the street with a briefcase, right? Briefcase is kind of irrelevant, I guess, in this situation.
Someone container.
A container.
A recipient.
What's in the jar?
What's in the box?
Hey, look. If someone came up to you and they were like, I can click my fingers right now and, you could be a stay-at-home girlfriend.
I don't want to turn into a woman. Can I stay as a man?
Nah.
Fuck.
It's got to be stay-at-home girlfriend.
Fuck.
Yeah. We can, next week I'll look for stay-at-home boyfriend.
Okay. Oh no, I'll get
See,
to that.
see, there was a moment where you were like, "Oh, that sounds interesting."
No, but I'll get. You're gonna do it anyway.
Of course I am.
But I'm gonna become furious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip the table.
Yeah, this is slowly becoming my favorite part of the podcast.
What, pissing me off?
Yeah.
Okay, look, if this man in a trench coat, he's got a trench coat in my vision,
Okay.
came to me with a recipient full of money, because I don't want it to be a briefcase, that's creepy.
Mhm.
Let's say it's a jar full of money.
Yep.
And then he's got like a magic wand that will turn me into a woman. I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. And then now that I'm a parasite on society, I can finally dedicate my time to what I always wanted to do and be good at Tekken. There you go. I think me and Jess are at a point where she'd be cool with that kind of drastic transformation. She'd be like, yeah, I can, accommodate this. But I'd be like, Jess, it's part of my contract to stay at home, but I don't have to do anything.
I have to stay at home.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna run some errands, which apparently means go out for lunch with my sister.
To be fair though, I always envied women because they got such a nicer variety of clothes than men do. They can wear like some nicer colours and shit.
Yeah.
So I think I'd take the option.
It's the whole package idea. Yeah.
You'd have to find a replacement for me though.
Yeah.
You'd probably have to be like my dad or something. Listen, if my dad came on this podcast, all we talk about is construction.
We wouldn't be able to stop him talking as well, I don't think.
Like, we'd be like,
when you get him going, he goes. Dude.
Yeah, Marco, we got a 2-hour time limit. No, because then...
Have you seen that thing on Netflix?
Yeah, listen.
That is my favourite. That's one of my favourite conversations that I have with your dad.
My dad...
I love it. It sounds like I'm taking the piss. I actually enjoy those conversations.
My dad has seen everything on Netflix.
He's a monster. He loves it all.
There was the Tekken anime coming out, and I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And the day it came out, the same day it came out, I said to myself, I had to visit Jess's family in the countryside, so I had a long coach journey ahead of me. So I said to myself, I'm not going to watch it today. I'm going to watch it on the coach, right? To, make the time fly. I go over to my mum's house for dinner that day. And I was like, oh, Dad, because me and my dad play Tekken together from time to time. I said to him, oh, Dad, have you seen the Tekken anime on Netflix yet? And he was like, yeah, it was only 6 episodes. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, he made light work of it. What the fuck?
How long's an episode? Like 20 minutes?
Yeah. And I was like...
It's like 2 hours. It's
yeah, like, dude, like, I don't know where he finds the time. Like, the man works 6 days a week and he's fucking rinsed Netflix.
Dude, it's on his agenda.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Day in the life of...
a stay-at-home
Netflix. Dad. He's not even staying. That's the crazy part. No, but okay, look, to get back to this, I think that once you strip away the obvious, from these stay-at-home girlfriend stories, which is, oh, it's mundane, it's boring, it sounds unfulfilling. Once you get past that, you have, because that's like, it's like shitty reality TV. It's like you have to suspend your disbelief.
There's always
you've got to forget about that part, right? And you got to get to the meat and the gravy of the situation, which is, let's just talk about what it is that's going on. So I keep going back to it. She didn't make breakfast for herself, right? Which is, again,
she's losing points.
Like that loses points. In my opinion, that loses points.
We should really have like a chart.
Yeah.
And like write down.
Yeah.
The stats and shit.
So she didn't make breakfast for herself, which is shocking, by the way. Cause
shocking.
You got nothing but time, and you're not going to the gym apparently. So what did she do after breakfast?
She went shopping, no?
She had to run some errands.
Some errands.
And
she sent something for her man in the post. So
yeah, or like her parents or something. She sent her parents a hamper. Like it just, to me, the parts that always bug me out with these like videos is that they're just spending someone else's money so frivolously, like so.
I'm sure they had like an agreement that it's okay.
How do you get to that point though?
I feel guilty whenever I have to ask anyone for money, let alone my partner. You know, I try to avoid it wherever I can. I try to like make do. But when it does become unavoidable, I do feel incredible shame, you know.
It is weird.
So I don't understand how. I mean, look, the way it seemed, it's not as though she's keeping a tight ship around the gaff either.
I just can't get over the make your own food, man. What the fuck? At least, come on.
I got really good at cooking recently because of, you know. I will not budge. Like, if I'm at home and I'm not working, the house will be pristine.
Yeah.
I will not budge on that. Like, I will not be a parasite. I refuse.
So, okay. So, all right. Going forward. All right, because I feel like this segment's about to run its course for this episode. Right. Going forward, what do you think would make a good stay-at-home girlfriend? Someone who makes their own breakfast in the morning,
Ghaly, there's no such thing as a good stay-at-home girlfriend.
goes to the gym, comes home, does what? Cleans the house.
And to clarify...
You don't need to clean the house every single day, though, to be fair.
Listen, okay. You got two young couple. You got not two young couples. You got a young couple, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
Yeah.
Okay. There is, unless your partner is a fucking millionaire, there is no need for you to be a stay-at-home person. Go to work.
Well, there's never a need. But yeah.
Like, don't no, but it begs the question. It begs the question. Do you enjoy having no skills? Because you can't even fucking cook.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to fucking Costa. Them man are making
Right.
the porridge for you. You're going to, HelloFresh is doing half the fucking cooking for you. Like, what? Like, fucking at least learn to cook. Buy a Delia Smith book from a charity shop. Anything, please. Oh, man.
Real talk. Your skill tree is a sapling.
Oh, man.
I love this segment. All right. The last 20 minutes, I've watched Danny's face go more and more red. Tune in next week for the next day in the life of a stay-at-home girlfriend or boyfriend or
next week, okay.
Or baby.
Next week we're doing boyfriend, because if you thought I was angry now. And a quick side note before we really do move on. The thing about the gym, yeah, don't think it's us saying like women need to like stay thin or whatever to be valid to their men.
That's a good point. Thanks for bringing that up.
No, I'm saying literally, like, it's a matter of improving yourself. It's not about your man, it's about you. And before you call us out on being sexist, here you go. That's what I meant.
I think the thing is with us, it's not about all women need to go through. I think it's because me and
No,
you...
not just women. Everyone.
Yeah, everyone should, really.
Everyone should.
I think it's because me and you enjoy going to the gym so much.
I love it.
So, yeah.
I love it.
So we're just trying to work our way into other people's...
Hey, look, it's a positive. There is literally no downside to it, and I think if we spur people,
you can never have a bad workout really, unless you like
injure yourself.
Yeah, unless you like but then that's just you being stupid.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway,
yeah. We'll be back with this next week.
Yes.
Yeah, Ghaly converted me.
I tell you, it's a good segment.
Next post.
Exposed.
Am I the asshole for telling my husband I'm embarrassed to go out with him? 29 female, got into an argument with my husband, 33 male, tonight. I sat down on our couch to watch TV and freaked out, thinking there was a giant spider by me. No, it was a piece of matted hair he had to cut out earlier this week, because I told him his hair was matted from not brushing it. He has shoulder-length, thick, curly hair. I lost it. Not gonna lie, I went off. I know it sounds like I'm vain, maybe I am, but doesn't care at all about his appearance or hygiene.
Can I quickly interrupt by saying, I wish my hair could get that thick.
It's more of a curse than a blessing, I assure you.
Alright.
I assure you, it's upkeep, man. I promise you. He doesn't care about his appearance or hygiene. He had to cut his hair because it matted. I had to roll my car windows down to drive home after picking it up from work because his body odour was that horrible.
Oh.
He works outside and sweats a ton. I asked him when he last showered, and he shrugged his shoulders. We've had the discussion about him being depressed before. He said he's not. He just doesn't think having a shower daily is necessary since I don't. I work from home, and I shower every other day if I don't shower every day. I don't go more than a day without showering. I told him I'm embarrassed to go out with him. I don't get dressed to the nines, and I'm not asking him to either, but at least shower and brush your damn hair. We went to a high-end hibachi restaurant for our anniversary recently. I wore jeans and a nice shirt. He wore a shirt with a hole in it and basketball shorts. I begged him to at least pull his hair in a ponytail. All this being said, I love him deeply. I can't see why. I really do, but even his mum refuses to go in public with him because of how he dresses. Am I the arsehole?
Break up with him.
No, come on.
What? Nah, come on.
Okay, listen.
You sound incompatible.
Well, anyone would sound incompatible with a fucking ogre living with them. One of the signs of depression is to not take care of yourself, right? To let yourself go.
Yeah.
And Aloho's just like, I'm not even depressed.
Yeah, this is just how I'm living.
I'm just a day bugger.
Yeah.
And
I love him deeply.
I love him deeply.
He stinks. He reeks. He reeks.
First of all, how are you intimate with this man?
That's what I was wondering.
How are you, like, if you are rolling down the car windows because you can't stand the smell, how can you be intimate with this man?
He's plowing. She's just like
Holding her
holding
fucking
her
breath.
nose, yeah. Okay. Go.
Hang on.
He was like,
Aerosol.
I mean, we've talked about it before. For me, personal hygiene is incredibly important. It sounds as though he's like, what? It could potentially work in like construction or something because you build up a sweat.
It doesn't fucking matter,
Right?
dude. There is a minimum standard of hygiene and it's not being met. Something has to be done, like a family intervention, because if even his mum doesn't want to be seen in public with him.
You can have a good shower less than 5 minutes. So it's not even a time thing. He just sounds unbothered, to be honest.
I have a personal guideline about it.
The rule for me is if you can smell yourself slightly, other people can smell you heavily. Heavily.
Yeah.
That's a golden rule, and it works out every time.
The thing is that I base my showers around my gym sessions. So I say to myself, okay, if I'm gonna go gym twice in a row, like 2 days in a row, I'm not gonna shower on the first day because I don't want to shower too much because it will fuck up my hair and skin, right? But in saying that, if I had to be around people and keep up appearances, you best believe I'm gonna fucking shower.
Yeah, this guy isn't showering at all.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if within reason, I'll be strategic about it. But you best believe I'm not gonna go out meeting friends or family stinking of fucking sweat. And you best believe I'm not gonna let my hair get matted. Someone once said that, you know, you should, to an extent, care about people's opinion of you, because if you don't make an image of yourself, other people will do it for you and they will dictate how you are perceived. And this is just that. If my partner ever said to me, I don't want to be seen with you, I would cry. I would actually cry. I would be like,
I don't want to be seen with you.
I am embarrassed to be seen with you. I would cry, dude.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
It is akin to being told that they're no longer attracted to you. It's just soul destroying. You know, that is you know what I mean? Like, that is where you draw the line. Like, something needs to be done.
That's tough.
Something needs to be done here, mate.
But also on a smaller side, by being like, I asked him if he was depressed and he said no. It's like, dude, can I just say this as well though? Some depressed people are so depressed that when you ask them that they're depressed, they won't tell you they're depressed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Like, they're so in the thick of it that they'll just be like, no, I'm good. And they'll just like...
He doesn't sound like he's very eloquent about how he feels.
Yeah, it's like... But so who knows, man? Who knows?
Yeah, you're right. I gave it for granted. I took it for granted he just wasn't, and he was just a dirty bugger.
Yeah, because you never know, dude. The fucking like tons of examples of like people who low key like really are just like kind of in a mind prison. I don't want to take this to a dark place, but if we're exploring it, you know, the dude might actually have some stuff going on in his head. You never know.
But it's true, because when you are depressed, you don't have the energy to do the simplest things. That's how most people who are deep in depression end up with hoard.
They spiral,
and you end up with like a hoarder's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is. It's not even about being dark. This is factual. Like, it's just the way it goes. But
it's hard to narrow it down to like, so anyway, he's fine. But because he's obviously not fine. Like,
yeah, as I said, I think the only thing to do here is an intervention. Yeah. Honest to God, because
chuck a bucket over him every morning.
Just chain him down and hose him.
There's so many smaller factors. If he works weird hours, but he works outside, so he's probably working during the day, right? And there tend to be strict rules with outside work as well.
Imagine how his colleagues perceive him.
But they might also stink, to be fair.
Nah. Dude, let's say he does work in construction. I've worked in construction.
Do people stink?
No.
Really?
Most dudes I worked with, dude, they are clean to a fault. Do not believe the stereotypes. They will sweat during the workday, but they will take a shower before they go home.
But then I feel like that's part of the satisfaction as well. It's like just having a little, you know.
Yeah, like but they're not. But you know what I mean? Like, if you do sweat on the job, that doesn't mean you're a dirty fucker if you go home and you have a shower. I used to work with a dude who genuinely stank.
Yeah. Like
he was known for it. And you know what? We couldn't do anything about it. Fucking stuck in the vans like sardines all night.
I knew a friend who knew a guy they worked with.
Yeah.
it was at a point where the dude stank so badly, it was like impossible to work with him.
Yeah.
It was actually like people would actively keep a distance.
Yeah, same with a dude I used to work with.
Got called out on as well by management and everything.
Yeah. The dude I used to work with had certain things said to him. One of the managers said to him, "Do you just have a dirty fucking bed? Like, you stink."
Yeah, that bed must heave.
Yeah. And OP shares a bed with a man like that.
Man.
Again, there was a story about this guy I used to work with. That basically we were part of the night shift, right? And apparently there was like a day crew as well. And he had to temporarily work with a day crew. They nicknamed him Febreze because every time they walked past him, they'd spray him with antiperspirant. Every time.
And he was aware of it.
Aware of it. He was the victim of bullying. And,
well, yeah, I suppose it's bullying.
But management was like, we've told him. We can't sack him over it because there's nothing in the contract that states anything about like body odor or like maintaining a level of cleanliness.
I think in a lot, in a lot of like office contracts, there are rules like that.
Yeah, because in offices, there's like a dress code and you have to be like, there has to be like a certain degree of like keeping up appearances. But in manual labor type jobs, often the contract is a bit looser on these things.
It's crazy.
But the dude, I mean, yeah, man. I mean, he just like the guy in OP's story would just not fucking do anything about it. Not only was he a dirty fucker, he was a horrible human being, by the way. And I can say this because the shit he said was deplorable.
Do you think him being horrible and him actually smelling, do you think those things are connected? The world was so like, oh, you stinky fucker. Like, it made him...
He may or may not have had issues. If he did, I'm sorry, he did not do himself any favors.
Yeah.
He was openly unpleasant to people. Never mind the smell, because depending on what mood you'd catch him, he'd be alright. But if he was in like a bit of a mood, he was horrible. But yeah, so I think this level of belligerence is common with people with this issue, because there's just a lot of parallels drawn between our experience of these people and the dude in OP's post. There was one time because my dad had to work with him, and the dude got his boots wet, and he had to take off his boots.
Oh,
my dad started tearing in the van. He actually had tears. It wasn't a joke. Like there was a fucking onion being cut in the van.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, because obviously me and my dad had to, the van, my dad got given a van, and we used to drive that van home. The state of that van, some mornings, when I'd go into the passenger seat, I'd have to put something over the dude's seat because I would feel too grossed out to sit there. Some people just don't give a fuck about the hygiene. And my best advice would be to, see if you can do like a intervention with the family. See if he needs therapy or something, because that is the kind of behavior that emerges when a person is depressed. But other than that, I think being told by your spouse and your mother that they do not want to be seen with you. You know the expression, a face only a mother could love?
Yeah.
Now, this is a smell not even a mother can love. Let alone tolerate or be seen with. So, yeah, man, I mean, look, if you're cool with this stuff, if you're cool with the people in your life seeing you like this, then something's wrong with you, man.
Alright, let's look at some comments.
Not the arsehole. He's going to ruin his life if he doesn't start caring about how his hygiene affects other people. How long can you be expected to stay in love with a person who doesn't care about themselves?
True.
Agreed. Not the arsehole. I'd personally be reconsidering my relationship if my partner just refused to clean or dress themselves properly for no reason. Yeah, as well, the dressing thing. We didn't really address the dressing thing. We just really stuck to the hygiene.
Well, the hygiene is, yeah. I mean, I wear holes with socks in them all the time.
Yeah, that drives me mad.
No one sees them.
I do.
Sorry? Oh, yeah, I've got one right now.
Yeah, it
just never bothers me.
Do you not like...
No, but okay, just to clarify...
Does it not bother you that there's like a bit of a breeze on your toe?
I feel nothing. Just to clarify, the holes aren't that big.
I don't want to hear it.
The holes aren't that big. So
there shouldn't be holes at all. The size of the holes is irrelevant.
You throw socks away once you got holes in them.
If they've got a tiny hole, like on my ankle or underneath, like on the heel, fine. Okay, I'll hold on to them for a little bit.
Toe holes.
Toe holes, no. Come on, man. Like, what the hell?
I don't know what it is.
They're just so aesthetically irritating to me. Just seeing it. We're getting sidetracked.
Okay.
The point is, okay, Ghaly's fine. I've already said it. He's annoyingly clean. But what I'm saying is like the dress code thingy. I mean, it doesn't take long to look semi-presentable. A pair of jeans, a pair of decent shoes, and like a polo shirt is all you need to be presentable. Literally.
True.
It doesn't take long or much. So the thing is, when you go out to eat, really, it's like you're spending time together. She says she doesn't get dressed to the nines, but she does make an effort, right? Because I imagine she puts on makeup and maybe some perfume or whatever. And then she's walking out with your fucking caveman looking ass. And it's embarrassing because people around you, if they can see you or God forbid smell you. If I was sat at a dinner table enjoying my food and the person like him sat near me, I'd be like, what the fuck is that smell? Audibly. I wouldn't hold it in. I'd be like, I'm not the type to make trouble for like waiters or like staff in customer service places, but I would fully be like, excuse me, waiter, I'm really sorry, but you need to move me because this smell, I cannot enjoy my food with this smell.
I've got a good podcast story. I waited for 4 years, solidly for 4 years, at a very, very busy restaurant. So I was probably about 17. And a guy came in, and I was fresh-faced. I was brand new to the job. I didn't really put two and two together. This kind of like grubby-looking dude comes in, and he's like, and I'm like, table for one, and he's like, right, show him downstairs, and sits down, immediately takes off his shoes,
as you do.
And when I tell you, he took off his shoes, dude. Oh, it blitzed half of that floor. It was disgusting. It was awful.
My God. Pesticide.
But through the fog and the mist caused by his stench, someone took his order, right?
Brave soul.
And my guy...
It wasn't you though, was it?
It was me. No, I wasn't a waiter at that point. I was just 17. I couldn't like serve...
Oh, you're a food runner.
Yeah, I couldn't...
Yeah, that's what it was.
I was a food runner at that point because I couldn't serve alcohol because I wasn't old enough to. So... Yeah, someone takes his order. This guy goes hard. He gets like a massive starter, huge mains, bottle of champagne, and then throughout his meal, I think after he finishes the bottle of champagne before he finishes his starter, gets another bottle of champagne. Finishes that one with his mains, gets another bottle of champagne. All this dessert, like he went in.
So how much was his bill roughly? More than 100 quid.
This guy went in. It was a fair amount. I can't remember exactly, but it was a fair amount.
Well, back then, yeah, it might have been like 90 quid.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy for one person. The problem is, right? Well, I mean, other than the fact that it's kind of obvious where this is going with his smell and everything, but customers were getting so upset. One woman cried. He was putrid.
I suppose there's no other word for it, is there?
One woman genuinely was so upset that she was like in tears and was like, we're leaving and we're not paying our bill. How did he even get let in? I think was one of the questions. How did he even get let in? Right? Oh yeah, and this is the best part. In between everything, all the shenanigans he was pulling, he gets up to go to the bathroom. He uses the women's bathroom. Right?
Charmer.
He goes in there, does his thing, comes back out, the cleaners go in, kind of normal. They come out upset. Bear in mind, these cleaners have been cleaners for like decades.
They're hardened cleaners.
Yeah, hardened cleaners. Dude, they came out upset, dude.
It was like the Somme, but for cleaners.
It was crazy. And then the guy goes, so here's the best part. The guy goes, by the way, takes a right, goes back into the women's bathrooms again for a second time, right? Comes out, he's not wearing any trousers. Just comes out in his briefs.
Oh, okay. And
obviously now we've got an unfiltered smell, right? Because that's it now. He's out there. His legs are out, hairy legs as well. Out there, dude.
Ross.
And the cleaners are like, where are his trousers? Right? Dude, you know what the craziest part is? A bit like David Blaine, they go into the bathroom, couldn't find the trousers. Genuinely, they could not find the trousers. That's the craziest part. And at this point, he's like, his range of smell has like made it even further through the restaurant. He's just got this aura about him, dude.
I think it's miasma at that point.
Like it's what?
Miasma, it's one of like, I think they're called like the medical fallacies. It's one of them where, along with bloodletting, where they thought that diseases were born of bad smells.
Right.
Yeah, so it's called a miasma. Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, go on. Like,
Sorry.
He had like a visible aura.
Dude, no, but the thing is, when he took those trousers off, you could smell it across the restaurant.
Jesus
It was insane. He's sitting there. He's literally fucking pigged out and he stinks.
Full belly.
And the cleaners are refusing to... pretty sure one of them recorded that he shit on the toilet seat too.
Upper decker!
So
there it is.
it's like, honestly, it sounds like I'm making this up. It was unbelievable. You know, when someone in this state of mind goes in, they go all out, I guess. One of the managers goes, he needs to leave. He needs to leave.
Get him
So
gone.
they bring the bill over. Guess what he says?
I ain't got no money.
I can't pay for this. They're like at a loss at this point, right?
They would be, wouldn't they? He knew exactly what he was
He,
doing.
at an absolute loss at this point.
Both financially and for words.
And so they call the police. The police turn up. They go over and they are like, as they're approaching him, they're like hit by the wave of the smell. And
Get him, boys!
you see physically, I mean, he wasn't resisting it or anything. They were just, as they walked towards him, they got hit by that
Recoiled.
that smell. You could see their faces go from like just like slight kind of like, holy shit. Like, because I think over the phone they must have, like, the management must have been like, and he also, you know, he's got some hygiene issues. I don't think they were ready for it. They go up to him, they talk to him, he's like, yeah, I can't pay. It's not even like I'm not paying, I can't pay.
Was he like just nonchalant about it?
Yeah, and then they were like, where are your trousers? And he was like, I don't know.
I wonder what he's having.
I've never heard this before. First time, probably the last time in my life I'll hear this. I hear the police on their walkie-talkies go, yep, we're going to need some trousers. Right? They actually had to say that. They actually had to be like, we're going to need some trousers. Right? About 5 minutes later.
Copy, what size and collar do you want?
That's the worst part. About 5 minutes later, they turn up with a pair of trousers. Trousers aren't big enough. But it's not Primark. They're the police. Like, they don't have just like a duffel bag of fucking trousers.
They're just rummaging through lost and found.
At this point, they're kind of getting him ready to leave because they want to give him some sense of dignity. Apparently, they shimmy the trousers on him.
Oh, they do it for him, do they?
They help him. Yeah. He's 3 bottles deep, dude.
Your tax money at work, my friend.
The trousers don't really fit over his ass, and the staircase is like kind of a spiral, and the restaurant's quite busy.
You get a full moon on the way
the
out.
final moments of him in the restaurant are him with his ass hanging out over all of the other guests being escorted away by police, and that's my story of that.
Incredible. He went for the meal. It's only natural he would have gone for the overnight accommodation too.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they gonna? How are they even gonna make him pay? They can't.
They can
They can't.
prosecute him. It's theft.
Well, it's theft. Yeah.
Theft, indecent exposure. What he did in the toilet could be counted as vandalism.
Probably.
Can be.
Dude,
If you stretch it.
Dude, those cleaners were stressed out. I've never seen them like that. They are solid, hard workers as well. They were flabbergasted.
As we said, hardened cleaners.
They literally said, they went up to management. They were like, "We are not going back in there. We were not going back in there. We'll deal with a lot of stuff, like, but this is too much."
I mean, I think as a cleaner in civilized society, the worst thing you should be made to clean, and even this is a stretch, is sick. That's as far as it should go.
It's gnarly.
Anything more than that, I wouldn't clean.
That day lives like rent free in my head. That was such a, and then I just had this. Again, fresh faced 17-year-old. I just had this whole feeling of like, I caused this. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that.
I let him in.
Yeah.
I brought evil upon this establishment. You looked at your manager and you're like, a plague upon you.
Kinda, yeah. I was like, I brought forth this cursed day.
Yeah. Well,
and ruined everyone's Saturday, dude.
Who let him in? Who let him in?
I think I asked to like switch floors and like work as far away from the situation as possible because I was like,
So you let him in.
Yeah.
Assessed that, rah, this guy reeks.
And it's also kind of my fault that he's here.
So to avoid accountability, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go.
100%. That's 100% what I did. I went, I don't want to be associated with this moment.
But you are recalling it candidly.
Well, it's been years now, so
on that colourful note.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, take that story for what you will, and just stay clean.
Please Yeah. So just quickly, just a verdict, because I feel like we kind of left that one open ended.
He sucks.
He's the arsehole. He help him, please. And if you can't help him, yeah, like Ghaly said, get rid of him.
Yeah, scrap him. It's fine.
Yeah. What a roller coaster this episode has been.
If you enjoyed the podcast, feel free to follow us on Spotify, follow us on socials. More shorts on the way. We yodel this every fucking week, but if you want to submit something,
hey, you know what to do. gorillahotline.com/submissions or hello@gorillahotline.com.
if you want to email us.
Yeah, send us your stuff. We'll, engage. We're all about audience participation. So
if you've got a smelly story,
or if you know any stay-at-home girlfriends or boyfriends or babies,
or videos you want us to watch,
fuck it, we'll be a reaction channel. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, 100%.
You guys know what to do. Follow the socials, like Ghaly said, and get involved. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.
See you next week. Bye.